Hello, hola mi gente. Okay, let me get started. Uh, got a lot to talk about, so I'm gonna try to get all this done as quickly as possible. But to get all this out, I know I may go over a little bit. Some of this you all have heard before already, but I have other things that I'm going to share with you that um, I haven't heard. Maybe you've heard, but I haven't heard uh, online these things. But first of all, we want to talk about the Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover that has been getting a lot of attention. Uh, the full-figured model that was on the cover, there's like a lot of outrage, like why would they put this model on the cover of Sports Illustrated? She doesn't go, etc., etc. Which I'll agree. I do agree. I feel that she is a pretty girl in the face, but as far as Sports Illustrated, no, I don't think that that was a fit for her to have that cover. Now, if you want body positivity and things of that sort, then you could give her a feature on the inside, but I don't think Sports Illustrated was the type of sports magazine for that, at least for her to have the cover. The full-figured model's name was Yumi, I think. Yeah, Yumi. Yumi is her name. Like I said, pretty girl, but not a sports type model. Doesn't fit Sports Illustrated magazine. And I know a lot of people had talked about it on the right, and some agree on the left that well, you know, I think it fits this body positivity, and it goes, and you know, and we should embrace it, embrace her, etc., etc. I'm not saying that if a person is okay with their weight, and they're feeling good about themselves, and should be embracing it, and embracing all the curves, or all the I'll just call it what it is, fat. I don't hold any punches over here. I'm gonna tell it like it is, how I see it, and I'm gonna keep it real. But I will try to um, speak on things in a way that, let's say, I would want someone to speak on me. But if something is wrong, it's wrong, and I think a person gonna say it, say how they feel, give their opinion on it, and let that be that. Um, a lot of people talk about Jordan Peterson, about his comments on it, on the cover, uh, Yumi on the cover of Sports Illustrated, saying that I don't know the correct words that he used, but it was something along the lines of don't quote me, but she's not a beauty or beautiful, or something along those lines. Um, I think she's a pretty girl. I do think she's pretty in the face. I do not think that I will agree with him on along the lines of that she isn't a fit for that magazine. This is a Sports Illustrated magazine. All the way up until this point, let's say I went back to as far as 2018. Go as far, you can go back further if you like, but from 2018 up until, well, 2018, 2019, it was all fit models. Fit, in shape, you know, what that magazine represents. It's Sports Illustrated, sports magazine. But this is the thing that a lot of people didn't know about. In 2019, the editor-in-chief that was there for over 27 years, I think his name is Chris. Yeah, Chris Stone was his name. He was at Sports Illustrated for 27 years. And in 2019, they let him go from that position. And they replaced him with 2 co-editors-in-chief. Now see, this here I don't hear a lot of people talking about. But this is when a lot of these changes has came about with Sports Illustrated. So in 2019, they brought on 2 co-editors-in-chiefs. Their names, I'm not going to give their full names, I'll just give their first name. So one, his name is Stephen, and the other guy's name is Ryan. They are the 2 co-editors-in-chiefs that came in 2019 to replace Chris Stone, who was there for 27 years up until this point. Is this starting to make sense now? Why these changes? Why the look of Sports Illustrated looks the way that it looks now? Starting to make sense? Chris Stone was there for 27 years. Sports Illustrated have not changed much since he's been there. It's always been the same. You're always seeing these fit, beautiful models on there, you know, worthy of the cover. I mean, there's models that have been living to have the cover of Sports Illustrated. Kept their bodies right, fit, you know what models do, you know, trying to get the best pictures just so they can be in the running to have the cover of Sports Illustrated. Not just featured on the inside, but to have the cover is a big deal. So once they got rid of Chris Stone and brought in the 2 co-editors-in-chiefs, that same year they kept the same fit type models that they had on the covers prior, so it was still a fit model. 2020, I think 2020 brought in 3 fit models. They were on the cover. 2019, there was 1 single model. She was on the cover. Her name was Camille was her name in 2019. In 2020, they brought in 3 models who shared the cover together. But 2021, they did have, this is when things start to change a little bit. And I don't think a lot of people got it. But there's 2 co-editors now. So in 2021, they brought in the first trans model. Huh? A lot of people didn't get this. I didn't even get this until I did a little digging, which is what I try to do when I talk about things on my channel. So a couple of things that you will get when I talk about things is facts. I will research. I will try to get the most current, factual things to talk about and bring them to you. And I will give my opinion on it as I see fit, or yeah, I would just give my opinion on things and try to keep it real. I won't hold no punches, but like I said, I will try to keep it respectful. Yeah. But in 2021, trans model had the cover. 2022, full-figured woman had the swimsuit Sports Illustrated cover. You see which direction this is going? It's totally different than when Chris Stone was editor-in-chief of Sports Illustrated. And that's why a lot of people are speaking on these things. These are the changes that a lot of people are seeing, and it's because Chris Stone is no longer at Sports Illustrated. They brought in two different co-editors-in-chiefs, and Sports Illustrated isn't the Sports Illustrated that we're used to anymore. Chris Stone is gone. So if they put this full-figured model on the swimsuit, in the swimsuit cover, in the swimsuit cover, Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover, they got this full-figured model on the cover. What's next? I think people have a right to feel the way they feel. I mean, a lot of men have been looking to Sports Illustrated for pretty much their whole adolescence, teen years, adult years, expecting to see fit models on the cover, to in 2022 see a full-figured big model on the cover. That's why. These are the changes. And I believe Sports Illustrated is going in a different direction. So I feel that if this is the direction that they are going, I think men need to take their business elsewhere. If it's now becoming a women's magazine or a GLBTQ type of magazine, I'm not sure which direction they're going in. But when Chris Stone was there as editor-in-chief, he was a part of the Meredith Corporation. And when they left, they brought in those two co-editors-in-chiefs, and they are a part of the Authentic Brands Group. Authentic Brands Group. They came on, and they have about 9 members. I think a lady by the name of Jamie Salter is the founder of that group. But you know, I'm all for body positivity, but if this is a sports magazine and people expect to see fit models on the cover, this isn't the area for that, for a full-figured body positivity type of thing. I mean, she can be in the magazine, but why take the cover from other models that's been working their whole life to be on the cover of this magazine? I mean, men are already saying what their preferences are, and it's not a big woman. It's not. I mean, I'm sure you have some men out there that like it and want it, but we're talking about the majority of men who have been polled. Men of means, they are looking for a woman that watches her weight, keeps her figure together. Some people say fit. You know, men of means, they're not looking for a big, full-figured woman as a wife to be on their arm. They're just not. So you can say body positivity all you want. That's fine. Feel good about yourself. That's great. That's a good thing. We want everybody to feel good about themselves. But in the end, what is that man's preference? Jordan Peterson gave his opinion. Nothing wrong with that. Women give their opinion every day. I don't want no short man. He gotta make X amount of dollars. He gotta look like this. He gotta be like that. Men are saying the same thing, and it's not changing. Men have been saying that they do not want a big, obese type woman. That's not changing. Men of means, you see really, really wealthy men? How do their wives look? I'll wait. I guarantee you they're not big. I guarantee you they're not obese. And if they are, after some time, they wasn't when they first get together. But I just wanted to go over a few things here because with Sports Illustrated, I haven't heard a lot of these changes, which makes sense now why the magazine cover looks so different. It's because Chris Stone isn't there anymore as editor-in-chief. Some things to think about. But if you like what I'm talking about, subscribe to my channel so you can get my latest posts on whatever else I may talk about. Like I said, I'm not just going to talk about anything on this channel. It's usually going to be something that I'm passionate about. So if I don't post every day, that's why. But I will try to give at least one or two videos or posts a week. Okay? More to come, people. Alright. Like I said, if you like the video, give me that thumbs up, subscribe. More to come later. Alright, thanks. See you later. Adios.